Okay, hey everyone, it's Habiba here, back at you with another video. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you've checked out all the recent videos on the channel. I have a little friendship series going, how to spot a real friend, how to spot a fake friend. Those are more motivational topics. And if you haven't, make sure to like, to subscribe to my channel, and to support the channel by buying one of the products, by buying one of the canvas bags. I know you'll love it. Alright, so guys, in a couple of previous videos that I did on Ibrahim Traore, that one about how Jamaicans love Africa and jihadists and the Sahel and all of that, I mentioned in that video that I'm Fulani through my dad, you know, like Guinean Fulani, and Jamaican through my mom. And it was really nice, the response. You guys were just awesome. And the comments were just awesome, like I've already said in a different video. But now, saying that, unfortunately, it did trigger a few people. It did trigger some haters, and there were some negative people in the comments of that video, and particularly the Fulani bit, you know. There were some people who are polarized. They're ethnically polarized. They're from Africa. Anyway, I don't want to say who they are because as in the background they're coming from, because, you know, I'm not someone who likes to stoke the fire, and I know people can be very ignorant, unfortunately, so I don't take on ignorant people too much. You know, a couple of them, they were just blocked. But yeah, the Fulani bit, I was really like, what's wrong with y'all? It triggered some people, and it was quite sad, especially where I said, you know, my dad, he passed away. It's been about 15 years now, right? Allah rest his soul, Ameen. So I said, wow, they're so insensitive, because like I brought it up in that context and they were just so vile. And so anyway, they were blocked, you know, because like, why would you come on my channel if you don't have anything good to say? Get off, you know. There are other channels for you. But what I want to say on that note, guys, is, you know, I'm not a tribal person or a tribalist. You know, I'm Muslim, as I'm sure some of you have already figured out. And Allah said in the Quran that I've created you in tribes so that you may know each other. It's a very beautiful thing. I've created you in tribes so that you may know each other. And let me tell you, tribalism and this whole thing of ethnic superiority, it goes completely against the spirit of Islam. It's actually what you call haram, like it's forbidden. It's not allowed for people to have those sentiments in their heart. We know that people, many people, have those sentiments in their heart, and many Africans too, unfortunately. But anyway, I'm not a tribalist. God said, you know, like, I created you in tribes so that you may know each other. And now, for those of you who are very intelligent, you'll realize I grew up in Canada. Like, I grew up here in Canada, mixed heritage kid. So go figure. And you know, growing up in school, we had everyone. We had all the, you know, I grew up around the Filipino kids and the Ethiopian and Eritrean kids. I love my Ethiopian people, by the way. Ethiopia lijoch. Let's see, let me try my Amharic. Ethiopia lijoch. Iwdihallo. Ethiopia agar. Ethiopia agar so betam konjo. Iwdihallo Ethiopia betam. And Ethiopia agar is like betam konjo. So to all my Ethiopia Gwedenyoch watching, welcome to my channel. Yeah, so yeah, I speak a little bit of Amharic, still working on it. And to my former Amharic teacher, Yosef, you know who you are if you're watching this, best Amharic teacher ever. So, you know, like growing up in Toronto, we had all our, we grew up with everyone, the Indian background children, all of that. We were all together and we all loved each other, right? So, FYI, I'm not coming out of a context. So for those of you who want to bring tribalism to my page, I didn't grow up in Africa. And so I didn't grow up in this polarized way. And my own parents, they did not have any, how should I put it? The word that I want to use is jahiliya, but I recognize not everyone will understand it. But they didn't have any tribalism in their heart. Let me put it that way. They didn't have any jahiliyyah in their heart. And as a result, here I am, alhamdulillah. Okay, so if you're this kind of polarized person, triggered by just saying, that this is who I am, get off my channel. And now, talking about, breaking down ethnic barriers and how God said, I've created you in tribes so that you may know each other. I was watching there's some really, really nice films out of Nigeria. Oh, yeah. Okay, particularly out of Nigeria, because when I did that video, the one that triggered people. Okay, there were some people out of Nigeria. I love my Nigerians too, by the way. Most of you are wonderful. But there were a couple of people out of Nigeria who were the polarized ones. Okay, so I've told you who they are now. And it's quite unfortunate. And as Africans, we have to come together. How come in the West we can get along? We just manage to get along. The moment some Africans land in the West, they know how to get along with other people. But in their own home countries, they have this sense of superiority, that leads to wars sometimes. That's how deep it is. That's how vicious. It can lead to wars popping off. Look at that. Anyway, that show inter-ethnic understanding and intercultural love in such a beautiful way. So there's one, it's called Lionheart. I watched it on Netflix with famous Nigerian actress Genevieve Naji. She's so great. She's like a Nollywood legend. It's her film and she acts in it as well with Pete Edochie, who's also a Nollywood legend. And they're both from the Igbo community. But that film is really nice because some of their business partners are from the north. So from like Hausa, Fulani up north. What I realize, the northern Nigerians, they call it Arewa. So they're from there. But then there's this little sub-narrative happening within the film of Genevieve Naji and the guy. He's one of the business moguls or the son of a business mogul. And they're kind of falling in love. So they're implying that. So there's this nice sub-narrative happening. But anyway, it's really nice how they bring the two cultures together. If you guys want me to do film reviews of some of these films, type film in the comment, because I do love film as well as literature. Just type film in the comment if you want me to do some film reviews. So that's one, Lionheart. And then there's another one called Up North with Rahma Sadao. And those of you who know Nigerian film, she too is a Kannywood or Nollywood Nigerian film superstar. So in that one, they write this romance between her and this guy from the south. I want to say he's Yoruba. Yeah, I think he's Yoruba from what I remember. But he goes up north to do his NYSC that it's called, when the Nigerian youth after graduating from, after graduating from university, they have to do like a 1 year exchange in another region, or a 1 year service. That's a better way to put it. I think it could be after graduating high school or graduating university. My Nigerian friends, please let us know in the comments. They have to do a 1 year service in a region that's not their region, that's not their cultural region. So anyway, that's what that film is about. But again, it's also a nice story of intercultural solidarity coming together. Very beautiful. So so in a nutshell, guys, we gotta know each other, especially as Africans. We need to come together and stop being divided. We have more that unites us than divides us. So if you've liked this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, buy my book, and check out my website for more interesting content and free downloads. Today's video is going to be about the Black diaspora in Ethiopia's fight against Mussolini. This is in 1935, when Italy invaded Ethiopia for a second time. Remember, they had invaded in 1896. That's when they had the famous Battle of Adwa, because it really represented a kind of last frontier, if you will, like a last frontier in the Black world, or one of two Black nations that was still standing, that was still standing sovereign. What was the other one? It was Liberia in West Africa.